Make way for Rick Neuheisel, CBS Sports, former college football coach. With all of that being said, the most important win of the weekend was turned in by
Alabama. A fantastic win for Kalen DeBoer. The Alabama faithful now have renewed hope and renewed faith in what Kalen's getting done there. And also for Ty Simpson, who gets now the kind of spotlight that he deserves, because I don't think he was even bad in the Florida State game. I thought he actually played pretty darn well. He's a big-time player, and I think the Alabama win was sensational.
Ohio State going to Washington.
Right.
I thought it was going to be more of a game. I really thought Washington would put up a better test, but does it say more about Ohio State or Washington?
Well, it says a lot about Matt Patricia. First of all, we've known that Ryan Day has this chameleon ability to see what the opponent can do and then adjust a game plan without thinking about his offensive numbers. When you have a guy like Jeremiah Smith, you've got to get him the ball, but he doesn't worry about getting Jeremiah Smith the ball. He worries about making the game go in the direction that he wants to with his best chance to win. And he just basically suffocated Damon Williams. They had played this cage technique, wouldn't let him get out. At halftime, he had 0 yards rushing, and that takes a huge piece of Jed Fish's offense away from him. So I think Matt Patricia has adapted to college football beautifully. I know it was a big story when Jim Knowles left, but Patricia is really doing a great job at Ohio State.
Is there a great team in college football?
I don't know. I don't think so. Now, maybe one will evolve, but right now, no one's dominant, which makes the postseason, as we look ahead, seem so juicy. It is going to have so many plot twists as we get closer and closer to it, which I think we're all here for.
Is being good enough at Penn State?
Well, it obviously it is, right? He's been there for this, double-digit years, and he's 4-21 against top 10 teams, but they still are there. And I think the fact that they came back in that game down 17-3 and got it into overtime and looked good in overtime, other than the errant pass that gets picked, I think as long as they get to 10-2, they're going to be a college football playoff team, and then it's again seeding. But there's going to be always this shadow and this cloud hanging over both the quarterback and the head coach until they fix it.
But if let's look at this hypothetically. If you had that record at Michigan, you're not keeping your job. If you had that record at Ohio State, you're not keeping your job. Alabama, Georgia.
Fair.
Right?
Yeah, that's fair. I just think they see, and especially with the guys that leave Penn State and go off to the next level, how many quality players, I just think that they see enough good that what are we going to do that's different if we go away from it? And they give the home crowd at least enough hope in these games. They're not trounced, so that they keep coming back. And they keep coming back wearing the same outfit. It's incredible. They keep wearing that white.
Rick Neuheisel, CBS Sports college football analyst and former head coach. Do you have a quarterback crush?
I love this angelic assassin, Julian Sayin. He looks like he hasn't shaved yet, but the guy is a phenomenal talent. And I really love Damon Williams, the kid that was on the other side. I mean, you talk about a guy who can throw it and then get his legs involved. Jed's going to have to find some more formations and ways to get his legs involved, because taking them away is a bad equation for the Dogs. They got a tough game this week against Maryland.
Fernando Mendoza?
Love him.
Okay.
Love him.
Okay.
I feel like I want to put on my ABBA's greatest hits album,
Fernando?
Fernando. It's a catchy tune now, Dan. You'll find yourself humming along.
Lane Kiffin. Is this a different year for him? And if so, why?
You know what? Good for Lane. Listen, this Trinidad Chambliss is a great story, too. A year ago, he was playing for Ferris State in D2, and now he's the toast of Hotty Toddy Town, and it's a wonderful story. I mean, Lane's even got his daughter out there doing reconnaissance. So this is a team effort for the Kiffins.
I don't know if it sounds like you're all in on Ole Miss.
I was worried about the fact that they gave up so many yards rushing. They were, came into this game against LSU giving up 190 yards a game on the ground without necessarily a formidable schedule. We'll wait and see, but that was a yeoman effort. And now the hot seat's Brian Kelly, because those folks in the Bayou don't like not having. This was supposed to be a really good offense, right, with Nussmeier and coming back, and it just isn't. The defense has been fixed, but the offense now is not coming along for the ride.
Yeah, it feels like, and maybe this is the Kalen DeBoer feel that he'll be going through that with Brian. Brian's not one of them. Even though he has a great resume, it just feels like it's not week to week as it is with, Alabama. But I don't know. It just feels odd with Brian Kelly in Baton Rouge.
And he's his got little Lord Fauntleroy type kind of personality. He's he's the all knowing, and it's just not. It's fine with the results, but when the results aren't there, they're going to start picking at one that's not one of them, as they say.
I'm curious what you think of Diego Pavia at Vandy, because I've watched him now, and he reminds me of Baker Mayfield. Like he plays with a chip.
Have you met him? Have you met him, Dan?
I've had him on the show.
He is so charming. He is a absolute. You just want to put your arms around him. He's a little guy. He's not a big guy, and yet you can't help but love him. And Clark Lee saw this goes back to when he was with Jerry Kill at New Mexico State. Yeah. They went into Auburn and beat Auburn 31-10, and beat them like soundly. Right? It was not an accident. Wasn't a bunch of turnovers. Just soundly. So Clark Lee, who's losing his team to the transfer portal, looks around and says, I got to have New Mexico State come here, and basically brought them all. Jerry Kill, the quarterback, the offensive coordinator, the wide receiver coach, the quarterback coach, all come to Vanderbilt, and he gives the offense to them. And they have been brilliant. They're averaging 49 points a game. This game in Tuscaloosa is one of the big games of the weekend. I can't wait to watch it.
USC, Lincoln Riley complained about the start time for this. You sign up for the Big Ten, you're probably going to play some of these games.
That's right.
And they played pretty well, but I don't think you can go into a game and already have an excuse why you might not play well.
It doesn't do well to talk about it publicly. I think that there should be a little bit more protection for West Coast teams that are traveling. And maybe you say it can only happen once a year. But the bottom line is, you're right. It only looks like you're whining. And that's not a good look for Lincoln, whose team was off to a good start. And just a couple of ill-advised turnovers in this game were the difference. But it was a great job by Brett Bielema to get his team off the mat after being bludgeoned by Indiana the week previous.
Good to talk to you.